Cog is also in this volley.
I think I'm catching some
And
too.
Brennos is as well. Yeah, so they can avoid the warlock, but by doing so, they're actually including Cog and Brennos, which is good. So a hail of arrows from both sides.
All right, so the damage roll's actually better because it's math. All right, what's the reflex DCs?
16. Oh no, 17. They've been somehow boosted by their casters.
All right.
So there's 4 of them we've got to make rolls for?
Yep.
All right.
All right, 4 evasions.
I make all of them.
I think I did too. 27, 31.
I missed one because of the 17.
Those were good rolls. Jeez.
So first one does 6 damage to you. That's already halved.
Okay, so 4 damage.
Next one does 4.
So 2 damage.
Third one does 11, which you failed.
Okay, so it was DC 17, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 17 damage.
And the last one did 5.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to take the DR off, so 5 becoming 3, so 18 damage total.
Okay.
That barbarian DR putting in work.
Yes. Yes. All right, so those were their volleys as a standard action, and then they're marching in and don't quite get adjacent to any of you. They don't have polearms.
These hobgoblins next to us, they survived that?
The hobgoblins next to you did not. So this one is dead, and this one is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a 15-foot reach right now. Lunging. I'm always lunging. Always lunging.
Okay. Top of the round, Agony. Agony's going to come join the fun.
Brennos is the only one with arrows in his ass.
Yeah. The rest of us going, why do you keep getting hit? I don't know. What's your problem?
He will move, attack, and then do spell combat, which is another attack and a burning hands.
Whack, 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 whack.
Let's just do the burning hands now. They fail, so they take 37 damage from the burning hands. The goblin troop, and then his 2 attacks at -2. Hobgoblin troops have AC of 19. Agony doesn't have many buffs running. I don't think there were any communal buffs or anything like that. No bard songs or anything.
Nope.
Okay, that first attack is at +13, so hit. The second attack is at +8, which is a miss. So he hit once. Clobbering some more hobgoblin skulls for 59 damage that total round. That was Agony's turn. Brennos.
Brennos is going to switch from justice and destruction to healing and destruction. Because fast healing, yeah, we want some of that. And then we're going to step forward.
Okay.
And we're going to whap the goblin troop. And then we'll see if we need an extra whap to finish them off.
Is your great adamantine axe?
Yes. Dwarvish adamantine axe. AC 36.
Carving through metal like it was tinfoil.
Plus, I believe 33, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 24, 24, 33. Yeah.
Bending hobgoblin weapons like they
39
were
damage.
toys. Yeah, you disperse this this hobgoblin troop. And there's a group of hobgoblins.
Technically, the people I attacked get intimidated by me. I don't know what happens with the troops.
I think that's against a individual. So
Okay.
but I think they're still pretty scared. There's a back.
That's what's it's being implied.
Yeah, there's a back group of hobgoblins that were out of the reach of the burning hands and others, and you see amongst them is this scared-looking warlock.
Is he fuzzy too?
No, this one has images.
The one over there's gonna have display.
Not better.
leave it to the monk with the haste. I got this.
And he actually, like, the other hobgoblins don't know what to do. This one looks towards the door to the inner sanctum of Morden that is slightly ajar at this point. One door is slightly ajar. You could see somebody has, like, a battering ram, like, busted part of the door open, not completely off, but so they could get in. The sounds of battle sound like they're much deeper into the temple complex, or maybe echoing off of the mountainside, which means to you, Brennos, there's fighting going on the steps down to the forge.
Okay, that's where we need to get.
You know the way to there is actually into this building, down some stairs, and then you go up the other side. Hobgoblin warlocks. All right. We now know who's casting the spells. This hobgoblin warlock is going to try to put Agony to sleep. Agony needs to make a will save DC 15. He makes it because Agony, as a dragon, I believe,
as a dragon monk,
+6 versus sleep spells, bringing his will save to 16. So not a 1. He just shakes his head a little bit. And then this warlock starts to try to retreat.
Gotta fuck his day up.
This particular warlock is going to attempt the same thing on Amadeus. Shakes a rattle at Amadeus. Is going to try to put him to sleep.
Baby rattles will do.
Okay.
I'm being texted about that ice cap that I need to go buy.
Okay.
So he hits things and they explode. I'll be right back.
What was the damage?
His current so he's fast healing 4.
Yeah.
He has a +28 to hit, and he does 1d10 +33 without needing to smite stuff. I should be back before anything more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a 36 on his will save.
36. Okay, you don't fall asleep, but you yawned, which is really weird with the tongue. Like you yawned. And the tongue
I see an alien tongue like.
Yeah. The alien tongue is like. You can feel Gordon actually fell off your ear like an earring and is now in your shirt moving around.
Okay.
Tickling you a little bit. Gordon being the baby spawn of a Grick.
Yeah. Because Amadeus is fun.
Cog, what are you doing?
I see a guy with images.
All right, well,
One.
He will take his AOO if you just go running through there, unless you're doing an acrobatics check to avoid his swipe with his battle staff.
Let him do his AOO.
Okay, 20, 20, 100. Yeah, effectively he needs to roll a 20. Okay, he takes a half-hearted swing. You basically jump over it. He raked his staff along the ground as you came closer.
Okay. Yeah, let's start pummeling this guy. Okay, so +18, +18, +13, +13. How many images does he have?
6.
Okay. 31 and 24.
Image.
21, 33. Not 20.
Image.
Oh, that was a crit.
Yep. He's got
blowing his ass up.
D2. So he's got 1 image left.
So I moved. I flurried. I'm attacking again.
Okay.
And this one's at a +8. Yeah. 15. probably misses.
His AC is 15. He's a like fur and leather wearing spellcaster of sorts, so D2 hits him.
Ooh. All right. The dommage is this.
Just a low level caster embedded in the troops.
23.
That bloodies him.
Nice.
Amadeus. We're getting a tour of Mark's house. Train
Dog wanted out. And...
train spotting style.
Okay. Yeah, Amadeus will drop this guy. The guy's...
Okay.
There we go. He'll charge these guys.
You startle some of the hobgoblins as they're
Burner!
probably not used to having people charge their ranks like that, at least individuals.
Alright, he will be power attacking this time.
Do any of you speak Goblin?
No, but Amadeus understands scream.
Yeah, Cog does.
They're saying the Goblin equivalent to the word of mutant when Amadeus approaches.
They're calling you Love Bunny.
Calling me names. Alright, AC 23.
Hits the troop, cracking bones and bending weapons.
And AC 24.
Swiping and breaking more bones, twisting and bending.
Plus... sorry. Okay. Plus 17. Alright, plus 34. So Amadeus does 51 points of damage.
Killing many hobgoblins. Breaking
Shield.
breaking their ranks and using hobgoblins as their own shields as you're grabbing them and getting attacked. The hobgoblin troop
Fights back, I imagine.
Yeah. So they fight back and do 16 damage to Amadeus.
Okay.
Do you have reach?
Nope.
They back away and then do a volley of arrows through
Us.
the three of you. Yeah.
All right.
Which comes in two damages. So 10 and 8. Agony needs to get in on this reflexing. He evades.
Okay.
And then I'll look up Brennos.
Oh, I got hit with one. One.
Oh, okay.
So the second one was 8?
They did 10 and 8 damage, correct?
All right, so I took 8 damage.
Brennos made both, and he's got DR2, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 becomes 3, and 8 becomes 4 becomes 2. So
he took 5 damage.
5 damage, and I'll just count the number of rounds he's got fast heal when he comes back. That was the hobgoblin troop trying to both back away from the dervish that is Amadeus, the mutant as they're calling him in Goblin, as well as put arrows through their enemies. The hobgoblins that you've left alone, Cog, are running into the building. I think that one provokes an AOO because it came too close to you.
Yeah, I have a 20-foot reach. 20 feet. Oh, wait, no, 15 as
okay. Still
a lunge and
yeah.
that's
So
across my kitchen. You
long
punch
arms.
someone from across my kitchen.
the other two learn your reach and end up going further than that, but it causes them not to be able to get too far into the building.
Okay. Oh, maybe I should just go stand in front of the doorway.
Maybe.
So that guy that ran by,
Mm-hmm.
he's getting this hit, and the damage on this is this. Oh, the guy that got hit, Vine Strike, so he needs a reflex save. 28. Reflex save is 15,
No,
I
he doesn't.
believe.
He's unconscious.
Oh, the one in front of me.
Oh, I see.
I hit him, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He nat one's his reflex save, so
he's entangled.
okay. With vines, horrible vines that are growing around him.
Yep.
All right, Agony at the top of the round is going to move forward, threaten this group with his pole arm. He's going to cast a Burning Hands. He might as well. That Ring of Wizardry gives him so many first level spells that.
Yeah, really, me as well.
Yep. Yeah, Dragonfire comes out of his palm. They fail their save, so they take 31 damage, dispersing the troop. Leaving behind some very scared individuals at the back that are standing, shaking in their boots, waving their swords ineffectually in front of them towards you, grimacing and cursing. They're out of... two of them are not out of reach of Agony, so he might be able to down them with his polearm. Individual hobos. Yeah, he hits, and his base damage is not quite more than 17. Okay. He's gonna have to put up full strength or something. Knocks one out and does minimum damage to the other. Brennos. I think Brennos.
You just charge that caster.
We'll do the fast healing. Fast healing 5. So 1 round of fast healing. He's just going to charge the 2 that have breached the building.
Okay. His movement is
50.
You get in front of him. Oh, his AC is not too high, actually, isn't it?
He's going to go up to the first hobgoblin and put it down.
Okay, you two will take that out.
He cleaves through the hobgoblin. You can see you hear him yell "you." There might be a different map that we'll change into
Once we get there.
Once we get there, yeah. Hobgoblin warlocks. This one is entangled.
I think he can still move. Give me a quick sec.
No, he can't. I don't think he's stuck to the ground. So,
entangled. A creature entangled can spend a standard action to remove the vines, but can be entangled again by further unknown strength. What does that actually mean, though? He's entangled.
He hobbles away from you with a triple move. He's trying to get into the building. This hobgoblin warlock, 1 is Agony, 2 is Amadeus, is going to attempt to make Agony fall asleep. Agony does not. And then the warlock breaks rank. You notice that they've defiled some of the statues, like they've knocked heads off of some of the dwarven statues. Cog.
Entangled makes them move at half speed. Doesn't say anything about a 5-foot step, though. Okay, Cog's going to get over here.
Okay.
15, 10. Ah, crap, I can't hit both of them.
Okay,
50.
there might be a hobgoblin in here. It might be a warlock that looks like he's trying to hide from you guys. There, aside from that, there's a lot of carnage.
I'm gonna get here, extend my arms, then I'm gonna hit this guy up here,
Okay, kind of
hit this one, yeah, hit
smack
this
him
one,
as
and then I'll
smack
hit
him
that
as you're
one.
running by. It looks like
So move,
looks
action,
like-
extend.
looks like you provoked. He misses with his staff.
Yeah, that's fine. Cog is very arrogant. It's like, it will happen. I will kill you. So he's gonna attack the guy above him. 28 and that. No, it's 28 and 20. So he hits both.
Okay, image on the first one disappears. He's got no more images.
Okay, so 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 14. 25, he's dead. And then the guy below me, he takes 22, which is 1d10 plus 1d6.
He's unconscious, if you care about the distinction.
He takes 16. Oh, he's unconscious?
Yep.
Okay, so this guy takes 16 damage.
Okay, they have 17 hit points, so he's still standing.
Yeah, attack again.
Okay, now he's dead.
Yeah, 27.
Amadeus.
Amadeus does not want this spellcaster to get away or get off another spell.
Come here.
He does seem pretty fragile, though, so he'll just beat him.
This one does appear to have a bunch of glittering magic-like armor on him.
Fine, we'll bite him.
It's like an AC 21 or something.
AC 24.
Yeah, despite the fact that he's got shield and mage armor running, you get through his defenses with your tongue searching for flesh.
Yeah. 19 damage.
He screams. He's not quite bloodied by that.
And I rolled a 1 on the grapple check, so I guess he got away.
Yeah, he slipped out because he got really slick with his own blood, and maybe he was sweating lots. Managed to pop out.
Next attack.
Oh, there are more.
Oh, yeah, we're going to punch him now.
There are more.
Plus 18. Oh, no. It's too much. 16. AC 33.
Yeah. The paltry magical defenses are no match for Amadeus' strength.
18 damage this time.
18 damage, well past bloodies him. And he's very injured, hanging on by a thread. The hobgoblins are a little bit in disarray. This one, the injured one, takes a step back and then just basically is running for the steps. This hobgoblin must have some sort of religious fanaticism or bond with the shaman, because he comes running in to attack Amadeus.
Okay.
What's your AC, Amadeus?
Right now it is 38.
Okay, his swipes of his sword are easy to
I will grapple him.
easy to anticipate.
And 50 on the grapple check.
All right, you have a hobgoblin warrior in a headlock.
Yep.
And then that last hobgoblin is trying to run past Agony. We'll take his additional AOO, hitting, doing 16 damage. Badly injuring him, but he's somehow still alive, so he was here. He moves 30. 30. 30. Agony's turn. Well, we can't have people running away. Agony takes a single move.
Whack.
And plus 15. Yeah, he downs a badly injured hobgoblin. Moved, attacked, and then he moves back in. Brennos disappears into the building. How dare you! How dare you just defile this place!
All right.
Fast healing a little bit. Hobgoblin warlocks. This warlock is going to evil eye Amadeus' saving throws.
Okay.
And then step away. Are you threatening while you're in a grapple?
I am, yes.
Okay, yeah. He steps away.
All right. 19 on the save.
Makes the save. I think your saves are still affected, though. Give me a second. Let me look at Evil Eye. Might be saved for half. A will save reduces this to just 1 round. Oh, for the next round, your saving throws that are -2.
Okay.
Cog?
With Cog's going to kill the remaining ones. I'm not going to leave Brennos running in there. He's going to run beside him.
All right.
I'm stepping inside, and I get yeah. He's looking at something. I don't know.
Let me move to a different map, and then you can make a decision of where you move. So I'm gonna take Brennos and Cog, and move them to
Stairs, temple, Great Hall,
Temple of Morden.
temple. Okay. I'm zooming out. I can't see anything. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Ooh, a lot of people.
Inside is a dwarvish church with stone pews, some of which have been smashed, all facing a central altar. The central altar has many sort of tripodish braziers that can all be lit. It looks like an anvil has been moved off to the side with 2 very large braziers that are still burning with flame. And there is the staircase that leads down into the great hall that has been revealed. Brennos, you see the sanctuary of the inner temple of Morden. This is the big red building in the center. Contains the slaughtered remains of many lower echelon monks and dwarves, people who you've trained with and know.
Mm-hmm.
And squatting inside was a single hobgoblin warlock that was trying to hide behind one of these fiery braziers. This is the 3rd round. We've been taking up 3rd round of your
Fast healing.
Fast healing, so you're at 7 damage. You did get hit by some more arrows when you're
Okay.
out. It looks like that the temple steps have been revealed, and
Was Brennos fighting the whole time, or was he traveling?
he's fighting.
Okay, I was just like he raged the whole time, so
Yep.
there's a big hunk of.
And he went in yelling, "How dare you! How dare you!" He's just livid with anger. Cog, whose turn it is, notices that the hobgoblin warlock sees that Brenno sees him and calls down in Giant, More monks have come! Get ready!"
All right, come over here and show this guy a bad friggin' day.
Cog speak Giant, or
No, does not. But actually, wait. It was Goblin that I know. I checked that. Give me a sec. Nope. Wrong direction. Nope, I don't know any of that.
All right, so there's guttural tongue, and there is a voice that calls back that is very deep and very big sounding.
Okay. He's assuming something big because that smashed through these doors. He runs up to that monk. That's one.
Warlock, yep.
A warlock. That's one move.
This warlock had time to prepare. He is both armored magically and has a blur effect.
So that's a move, and then let's start flurrying and see how lucky this guy is. 20 plus.
You feeling lucky, punk.
Oh my god, 21, 22.
His AC is 21.
All right. Your blur and images. I don't know what's running here.
He gets hit both times,
Okay.
and he is unlucky.
He needs to make 2 reflex saves. DC 15.
Roll your damage first.
Oh. 46.
Okay, he is unconscious.
Okay, and where are these stairs that he was referring to?
There's spiral stairs that lead down.
It looks at Brennos. I'm gonna jump down there, all right? And is there like a hole that you can go down? How far you guys see? How far does it go?
So
How far does the stairs go?
It's 100 foot. There's no stairs.
the stairs are like there's a column in the middle, and it's all solid stone.
You can't just.
It's like the stairs. It's like the stairs kind of fell with a contraption, revealing the stairs in a spiral motion. It does look like somebody has roughly like squeezed down there. You can see bloody trails along the inside of the cylindrical outer stair wall.
So Cog has 140 foot of movement left.
So you're just running down the stairs, okay? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move,
Catch up to me, all right? Don't leave me on my own.
I'm gonna move Cog to a different map.
Go.
We're gonna call this.
I feel like I'm falling behind. I'm still on the first map.
I think this is the Great Hall. Yes.
Wait, does haste ups my speed?
Yes.
It's
Well, no.
an enhancement bonus, so it doesn't stack with monk.
Doesn't stack with monk. Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. Yeah. Now, which map are we on now, Marty? Stairs?
No, Great Hall, he said.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
So Cog runs down the spiral stairs and can seize a bunch of bodies of dwarves in armor and treasures and bits of armor that look like they're being gathered up. And the thing that was talking back is a Tetsubo-wielding stone giant that looks like they've got bloodied hands. There are 2 of them. Nay, if you look further in, there are 3 of them. This one in the back is differently armored.
This is bullshit.
Okay.
This room is opulent. It's got like 10-foot ceilings, very, very stout-looking columns holding up the roofs, and a lot of blood coming out of various rooms that look like maybe monk living quarters. Definitely a dwarvish style. There is a statue of a dwarf with a dwarven war axe battling a hydra at the center of the room.
I gotta say, some of these dwarves have a lot of blood. Just based on that map.
They were anime dwarves.
All right, this giant cocks his head off to the side, sort of looking at Cog like somebody had yelled down and they'd yelled back. This one is picking up a dwarf and then looks over his shoulder towards Cog, and they both cry out to a man in the back in giant. This one looks a little more shifty than the big giants. So that was Cog. Don't worry, they're already part of the initiative. So I'm going to expand Stone Giant Raider. Stone Giant
Is it too late to say
Raider
I did this defensively?
and Stone Giant OG.
The OG Stone Giant. Oh no.
No. Which one was this? Give me a second. Stone Giant. Stone Giant Shaman. There we go. Stone Giant Shaman. And apparently I didn't add in initiative modifiers for these guys, so I will do that now. 2, 2, 2. They're all just 2. All right, so that was Cog when he ran down the stairs. Amadeus.
Amadeus is going to release Hobgoblin 7.
Yeah, let's go back to Monastery grounds.
Yeah. Then he steps towards the Hobgoblin Warlock.
Okay.
And he's going to...
But...
Okay.
You hit
AC 25.
You hit the Hobgoblin Warlock.
All right. 23 damage.
Killing the Hobgoblin Warlock with your tongue.
Yep.
Your greedy tongue bursts in through his throat and out the backside of his neck.
And he is going to ready an action for Hobgoblin 7 to come near him.
Okay.
You know what? Screw that. Fuck it. If he comes near me, he comes near me. He's going to start making his way to the doors here. Oh, 50.
Okay, in all the excitement, Gordon has latched on to your belly button.
Okay. Sounds itchy.
Get him, Gordon.
Fuck off!
You're also
No.
You're also bleeding for 36, so it may not be the most you've got 36 damage, right? So it might not be the worst problem. That was Amadeus, Hobgoblins, and Hobgoblin Troop. There's 2 of them. One of them is running up along the wall. He's trying to get away from all of you.
Jump off, buddy. You'll be fine.
This Hobgoblin sees where he's going. He's going to follow his buddy.
If you don't let a few escape, our legend will never spread.
It's just these random massacres that happen throughout the countryside.
Agony is not letting these assholes escape. Well, Marty agrees with that. Agony is going to cast a fly spell. You know what? Expeditious Retreat, he could just get up there. So...
Agony has not chosen the path of domination. He's chosen the path of greed. So...
I would want to have a...
It doesn't help you get rich when people run away from you.
2 moves and 3. So he's confronting that first one. Brennos, who's inside the Temple of Moradin. Yes.
Fast heals 4. And is going to haul jabronis down the stairs.
Okay, so...
How much movement is it to get down the stairs?
Yes, give me a second.
Cog probably stopped when he got to the bottom of the stairs.
You get down there, and you took 50 movement to get down.
50 to get down?
Yeah, let me put you in the Great Hall.
Okay.
Good thing you're here. Things are going to get real messy real soon.
You've slept in these chambers before. You know that these are the barracks. By the look of the wounds on a lot of the soldiers, it looks like hobgoblins might have snuck in here and filled the place with arrows.
Yeah, this is no good. Alright, so it was 50 to get down?
Yep.
That was including the movement to get to the stairs at the top?
Yep.
Okay. I think we're gonna just go cattywampus.
Not cattywampus. No.
We're going to... sorry, 1 second. I have to check to see if my domain power is a spell-like or a supernatural.
Tetsubo's mark do what damage for medium creatures?
They do D10.
So large Tetsubos with 2d8?
2d8, yeah.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
2d8.
Weapon is.
Okay.
With a time sparkler.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
We're going to make our weapon. We're going to Bane Giant and ready to whack. Like ready and attack.
I'll get behind the first one. Two from both ends.
All right, hobgoblin warlocks. Are there any left?
I don't think so.
No, there's one in the monastery we destroyed, and then there was 3 outside that we destroyed.
Okay. SGOG Stone Giant Raiders. Okay, so they're gonna come forward with
Come on.
their dwarf bane Tetsubos.
Could I have made my arm extendable because I had another action?
Your movement was many pips ago, so I'm gonna say no. Although I'll answer the question. You could have.
But you chose not to.
All right, so this giant moves to here, Brennos.
I get an AOO.
You have a 15-foot movement or a 15
Yeah.
movement?
I'm always lunging, and I'm
Long arms.
long arms.
Okay.
I'm not going to bother stunning fisting the gentleman. I'm sorry for doing this. He made me do it. 21.
That hits his stonish armor and does not get through his thick skin. So
Does not get minus.
So both of them are going to move up.
You did.
Oh, I missed. Got
missed.
it. Another AOO.
Okay. Oh, they're going to have fun busting you to pieces.
Oh, come on!
Does not hit. The one on the left is going to attack with the Dwarf Bane Tetsubo. His first attack is at plus 20. With the Bane, it's plus 22.
Okay.
AC 28.
That's a miss.
Hits the side of the wall. A bunch of bricks come kind of tumbling down amongst the treasures and things, including bodies of priests. Anyone who's in armor here would be a priest, not a monk. So that was first attack. He moved and then attacked. So he gets another attack. This one's at plus 17 because you're a dwarf. AC 20. He swipes half-heartedly with his Tetsubo, scattering some of the treasure or loot taken from the victims of this slaughter. The stone giant on the right, while he hates dwarves, doesn't like the thing that's trying to slap him with extendo arms, and will add his medal to the pile once we beat it into submission. You are not considered a dwarf, so AC 35.
Miss.
And AC 31.
Yes.
Says something in giant, like it doesn't stand still. Stone giant shaman. What do we do? Stone giant shaman moves forward at 70, single move.
Boyo's got some mad hops.
Brennos, I might have to go deal with him. Are you okay with these two?
And cast a spell after he sees how you guys fight, putting up some images. Spellcraft check if you care.
I am real mad at life right now.
Yep.
Let me see. Okay, oh, might as well. Oops. 22.
Yeah, you recognize mirror image, even though you've seen the effect before, but you are certain what it cast. Cog.
Okay, Cog is going to
Oh, sorry,
defense.
Raider. There's one more giant from a little bit further back that, like, there is an area that extends out. You know that's the way out the back end of the mountainside. There's a giant silhouette kind of running towards you because you could see the thin slit of the wide hallway and sky and mountain out the other side. So that one giant is going to move from a different map.
Okay.
Is plunging forward to help defend the shaman.
What's their CMD?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Acrobatics. I want to get behind this guy. So I want to do this.
I'm
Gonna do
assuming
that.
you're not trying to go through a square. You went around the corner.
Yeah. I went around. I have enough movement for that. So acrobatics. I'm going to spend a key point. Can I spend a key point to up my
Your speed?
not my speed, my acrobatics somehow? No, right?
No.
Let's give it to AC then.
Okay.
Or
so
can I use that? Can I use that as another attack?
You can use it as
You can
another
use your
attack.
speed for another attack if you want.
Let's use another attack. We'll get them to.
Okay.
So yeah, my AC. So my 20 plus 24. This is my.
It's +5 for each additional foe, right?
+2, I believe.
Okay.
24. So I screwed up. I think they're gonna get their arrows.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the Great Hall. So you go running
The
running
wobbly
around
bits
them,
slap.
and
There's no wobbly bits to slap. So
and they're gonna attack the one that
He's defensive, by the way.
Ah!
Take a crit yourself, you stupid.
Fall down.
What's your AC?
Stunned.
My AC is 42 right now.
Stunned.
This is lunging.
Okay, so the giant tried to swing and hit, and his backswing hit the roof, and like a big piece of tile came off the roof and cracked over his head evenly. He drops his Tetsubo and is stunned.
There's another one that gets to attack as well.
Yep. This one turns around and hits Cog. AC 40. Are you critical?
It's
Can you be critted?
I can be critted. There's a 50% mischance on the crit.
Well, we'll try to confirm first.
Okay, if he does confirm, he crits.
Oh, you're doing it out of order to make it more tense? I got you.
AC 26 to confirm.
No.
Okay. 2d8 plus 12. Alright, you get slammed with the Tetsubo for 19 damage.
Okay. Alright, I'll take that. My healing.
Who are you? Says the shaman.
Cog's head turns around while his body's still facing forward. He goes, "Shh! I'll get to you in a moment." And two.
You get a cluck from the giant.
Right, plus 18 flank. Who's the one that's stunned? Oh, that guy.
There's no flank until Brennos goes. He doesn't have long arms.
All right, I'll attack the guy who's stunned.
Okay.
He's gives me AOO. Gives me a sneak, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah, let's do that. And is there a bonus to my attack, or are you taking it off his AC?
It's off his AC.
Okay. 32 and nat 20. So let's see if I can do this.
32,
Another one.
32 hits, and the nat 20, roll to confirm,
36
is a crit.
crit. So let's
punishing this giant for not defending himself properly.
1d10 plus 1d6 plus 14
roll,
for the.
Roll the damage on the first one, and then roll your crit.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
First one is 22 damage.
You've got elements in there.
No, Vine Strike.
Okay.
So let's see, bludgeoning, reduced. Cannot breathe or speak.
Ahmed, where's your sneak attack?
Oh, 15 more. Sorry, thank you.
Slap him in the kidney. There you go.
Oh, he takes 2 strength damage.
Is that a new rogue talent?
That's the new rogue talent.
What's the talent called?
The talent
Crippling
is
strike, I
called.
believe.
Yeah, I'll read it for you. Talent is called
No,
Crippling
don't read
Strike.
it. I don't process when other people read.
No, it's just called Crippling Strike. That's.
Sneak attacks also takes 2 strength, so it's in addition. You did 2 strength damage to the giant. Okay, he's got lots left, but
He's taking another 2 on the second one.
all right. And then the critical does what?
Unfortunately, it's reduced. Critical damage reduced. Additional effect: target cannot breathe or speak.
Breathing is bad.
Okay,
Not being
so,
able to
so,
breathe
so
sucks.
you've crushed his larynx, and
He's holding his breath now.
yep.
And he takes 38 damage and another 2 strength.
Yeah, that's panic mode for most people.
4 strength and breath. Okay. So in the old system, if you did 2 actions, you'd lose 2 breath points. So in this system, if you do 3 actions, do you lose 3 breath points?
I think the answer is yes, because did you ever run out of breath with the? There's only one time where we actually ran into a problem with that, and that was the stupid wraiths attacking us while we were under the giant river, when we didn't have friggin' breathe water, like when we first played Pathfinder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is starting to hold his breath. He's stunned. Yeah, he's in a bad spot. Hit point wise, however,
He's fine.
You have not bloodied him.
Yeah. It's gonna take a while to chew through these guys. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna prepare an attack for when Brennos comes in on the guy.
So you're readying your
Parallel.
final haste attack. When
Yeah, but I still have another 2 attacks. 11.
you moved, flurried, and then your other 2 attacks. Okay.
Yeah, flurry. Nat 20 and a 15.
15 is a miss, but that nat 20 is concerning.
27.
27
Knocked out of you.
crits him.
You exhale all of your breath, or nothing nonsense.
Standard effect, major condition,
Oh, frick.
1d3 rounds. So let's do the 2d10 plus 2d6 plus 10d10 plus 28.
10d10?
Sneak.
You don't double your sneak, and it's not
5d10.
d10.
The stone giant right now is
6.
that guy at the bar who thought he wanted to step out and fight and found out real quick he had no business fighting this
Everything
guy.
that wasn't the punch doesn't get doubled, Bobbin.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
Yeah. He takes 74 damage.
Oh,
Okay.
Attaboy.
And then he failed his major condition, which is frightened.
And he takes 2 more.
strength.
2
more
more
strength.
strength. Okay, so 6 strength damage. He's got 157 damage. He's now bloodied, and he's unable to breathe until somebody with medical knowledge helps him.
I
Or
might as well
roll
take
natural
my
20
last
on a-
attack. Should I roll
Yeah.
my last attack on this guy? Does frightened reduce his AC as well or not?
No.
No.
So I'm gonna ready an attack on the guy flanking when Brennos comes in.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, all right.
All right,
Yeah, that's fine.
Amadeus. I'm gonna flip back to the monastery grounds. I think is where you are. Yeah, you're at the door. Are you running into the temple, or
Yeah, he's just running into the temple. He's gonna
Okay.
follow.
I'll move you to the Temple of Morden map. So at the door, what's your movement rate?
I think I get. I did the math. I get halfway down the stairs.
Yeah, the stairs are 30 feet of movement.
Okay, I get to the bottom of the stairs.
Thank you. Yeah, good job.
So you're in the Great
Tongue
Hall.
has arrived.
and then You could choose to not be within reach of the giants if you want to be.
You know what? I choose to not be within reach of the giant.
Okay, so he slows a
Look at
little
me.
bit at the bottom of the stairs. Hobgoblin troop. Agony. Agony is he's fighting with this one hobgoblin. The hobgoblin is trying to attack him. He misses Agony. Agony's now killing those two hobgoblins. So he kills one, moves,
Kills the other.
kills the other. So he's still up there. Brennos, there was a readied action for something.
Yeah, nobody came within. He's too far away. He's too cowardly.
Well, because giant, man.
Brennos is going to use a move action.
Yep.
To put Amadeus there.
Okay, so Brennos kind of tosses Amadeus into the fray.
As a teamwork feat, so there's no AOO for that. I'm going to step forward.
I get my AOO.
You get your ready to attack.
Ready to attack, I mean.
Yes.
Now that's at my minus 10, right?
Third
Correct.
attack, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
This one's going.
Yeah, 18's not enough.
18 is
A
not
plus
enough.
2 would be 20. So
Yep. You encounter shin guards that are doing their work.
Okay, I'm then
can't get too greedy.
then I'm going to whack the giant. AC 40.
You're including flank.
Yes.
Okay, AC 40 bites through his stone armor.
There's 1d10 plus 35 plus 46. 55 damage.
Injuring the giant badly, he howls. The giant's howl of pain echoes throughout the great hall that is
Good,
full
bring
of,
them all here.
that is full of carnage.
All right. How hard is he to intimidate? What is his intimidate AC? He's intimacy. Intimacy.
Oh, okay, so he's 10
Funny.
Bab, or is it hit dice? Hit dice.
It's hit dice. Or
Plus
I
wisdom.
believe it's hit dice.
Yeah.
It's hit dice. 10 hit dice wisdom.
Okay.
23, 29.
25 not counting size.
Okay, so that's a 4 difference.
So it becomes 29.
Okay, so Brennos has a. I'm raging, so that becomes 25. It's my skill of that I focus on, so 31, and then plus 33.
Rank.
50.
Versus 29, so you defeat it by 20. Rounding to
Right. So
5.
for the next 5 rounds, he's shaken at least, and then he needs to make a will save versus fear, and because I'm level 10,
Nat 1.
this is Nat 1. Okay.
Both feared.
So he is panicked for 1 round.
That's dropping stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dropping and running away.
Okay. He leaves his +1 dwarf bane Tetsubo on the ground.
All right.
We're getting robo noises from somebody.
I think it was Mark picking up his headset.
All right. Yeah, the creature looks like it wants to run away. For 1 round, he's panicked. Got it.
Yeah, and then shaken for the other 4.
All right, so trying to run away, panicked. This is pretty much like I'm doing as much as possible to get away from the source of my fear.
Boogie boogie.
So there is a squeezing AOO.
Okay.
32.
Brennos goes before Cog in that it's Brennos, Cog, Amadeus in the order of AOOs here.
AC 30.
Hits.
64 damage.
Yeah, boy. Me and you, we're talking the same language.
It's
Nice.
called El Spanko.
Okay, he's got
Spank.
he's got more than 50 hit points left, or 64 hit points left. So
Yep.
you hack at his back as he's trying to run away. Then it's Cog's AOO.
Okay. He gets 45 damage,
Freak.
and he gets 2 strength damage.
Okay, 45 bloodies him. Well, actually, that first one bloodied him, and 2 strength damage.
And I think Amadeus gets one.
And then Amadeus gets an AOO.
AC. I roll like crap. 23.
Okay, he has an AC of 29 because he was squeezing. It dropped to 24. You had
And
a
then
flank
the
with Cog, so
All right, so
you just hit.
2d6 plus. Power attack.
Cancel that priest skull.
So he takes another 20 and
Okay,
grapple check 43.
the giant's grapple is 34, so you grab the giant and keep him from leaving.
minus 2 strength. Minus 2 strength, 33.
Right. Yeah, you're like, you're not going anywhere, yoink. He's now even beat up more than the one beside him. This one can't breathe and is going to step at least to get away from Brennos' axe, but he can't get away from Cog's like extendo arms. He goes basically up to the shaman, pointing at his neck like he needs healing or something. So Cog, if you have combat reflexes, you get another AOO.
Yep. 32.
Hits.
Did he fail his reflex saves?
He
His reflex, because reflex saves, if you're entangled, you move at half speed.
yes.
He failed, so he moves at half speed.
5, and then he moves at 40, so then 20, and then he moves
It's
again.
an extra action to get to the
Okay.
same net result.
Now, was he still... do I get my sneak or not?
He was not flanked when you AOO'd him. So
Okay. 24 damage.
you roundhouse kick him in the knee, stumbling towards the stone giant shaman, who kind of goes like this, like ooh. as opposed to showing great care.
The whole time, Cog's head's still facing her.
It's a him. It's a really skinny him.
All right.
Stone giant shaman. Well, what do we have here?
I believe the technical word for it is a problem.
Yes.
Just took us one round to... Why are we coming here for training?
Apparently, we'll be giving
sorry.
the training.
All right, the shaman casts a spell and sort of wipes his own face across his eyes, and then points at Cog. Give me I believe it's a fort save.
Okay.
As you start to see spots in your vision.
Fort save. Is this disease, necromancy, paralysis?
It is a necromantic curse effect.
Okay. And is this
DC 18.
illusion by any chance?
Nope. This is
Alrighty
affecting
then.
your ocular vision.
13, 15.
You gave him the stink eye.
Heroism does 2 more, right?
Yep.
17.
Did you roll yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
20.
You make it. You're not blind permanently. He doesn't like the way you're looking at him, and then he expeditiously retreats.
From his boyo, he's just like, oh, you guys.
You can only make 70 feet,
I
buddy.
forgot that one giant. That one giant was coming in. That raider from the north part of the hall. So he moved 40, and then hucked a rock at Cog. It looks like there's some cover, so I'm gonna have to move him over a little bit. Yeah, he hucked a rock at Cog. So a giant rock from across the hall is well within my first range increment.
You see?
And these giants have brutal throw because that feat would be on every giant's.
Every giant has it, because unless you're like a wood giant, because they have like a 22.
A boulder smashes down. You jump over the boulder, AC 33, and it misses. The boulder was one of the statues, this dwarven statue's heads.
Like the heads?
Stop.
Oh, bastard.
It busts into like 40 pieces when it hits the wall behind Brennos, raining down over Brennos and Amadeus.
It's cut.
That explosion near Amadeus frightened Gordon a little bit, and Gordon now has, with his little sharp ends to his tentacles, opened up your navel. You take 1 damage from Gordon.
Stop that!
Oh, it's so painful. I don't know.
Oh.
It hurt for 1 damage, but it also kind of felt good.
Don't say things like that. It's not making it better.
Dude, this is aberrant stuff.
You're a weirdo.
That was a stone giant shaman casting a spell trying to make that construct blind, and then he ran back and said something to the giant raider, who nods and is grabbing another rock. Cog, what are you doing?
You guys. Oh, we still have this guy in front of us. Okay, let's put him down. Let's take advantage of our flank.
This group is so vicious.
Yeah.
Some giants with class levels.
Walk over here.
28 and 36.
This thing's AC is 29 before.
No, 20. Sorry, it's 26. 26 and 36. I think the 26 misses.
It's been grabbed and there's a flank.
He's being grabbed.
Then.
There is a flank. Flank is included, and I think I forgot to roll his. He made his save against the vine strike.
Okay, so 2 hits. Is the 26 a hit then?
Well, grabbed drops his AC, I think, by 2.
2. Yeah.
Okay.
So 29 goes to 27, and then did you add flank in? Is the question.
Yes.
So you miss.
So then misses.
18. 26. Yes. Okay, I missed. So 1 hit. D10 plus 1d6 plus 5d6. 14. Let's copy this one because this is long. All right. 42.
42 damage?
Yeah. Still up?
No. 125. You drop it to 225. And the giant has a con of 19. So you kill the giant before it hits the ground.
Let's move up to this guy.
This giant is still panicked.
No,
No,
he was
frightened.
frightened. The one down there was panicked.
So he could still make AOs to defend himself, and he was frightened because he missed you. So he takes a swipe with his. I think they have slams.
Yep, they're giants. There are a couple giants that don't have slams, but those do.
For some reason, on this build with the.
They forgot about them?
Yeah, stone giant. Let me just see what the regular stone giant
You get
does.
2 slams.
Usually it's 2 slimes, yeah.
Not much.
Not an AOO, though.
D8 plus strength. Okay, so yeah, he punches at you. He is really hurt with strength damage and has the vine strike, which causes entangle.
Which is a dex penalty, so it doesn't.
AC
Shouldn't affect.
27 as he kicks at you.
No.
Sorry, it is a -2 on attack rolls. Entangle.
Oh, it is? Nice.
All right, Cog, you run up to this heavily injured giant.
25.
His AC is 29 minus the entangle, which is AC 27.
Nope. I have one more. What's the attack again?
Attack, move, flurry, and then your haste attack.
There's nothing. Yeah, I needed 20, but I guess might as well. Oh, wait, no. It's too bad.
Yep.
Improved crit.
They are armored for war. Amadeus.
Yeah, Amadeus.
Because they whoa.
It's going to.
I'm not worried about that one.
Oh, move. Here we go. I gotta double check my movement. If it's 50 or 60, hang on. Do you know offhand, 9th level monk, Ahmed?
Oh, about what? Sorry, his movement?
Movement, yeah.
It's plus 30.
It's plus 30? Okay, so I have 60-foot movement. So I can...
I'm just double checking right now. I think it's 30, yeah.
I can... Not. I can get...
Plus 30.
Okay, so that was 60. And get right up to there.
Okay, that's 2 AOs, one from the giant and one from the shaman.
Bring them on!
All right, the giant is just going to punch you because he was attacking with rocks.
Oh, Cog healed, sorry. I'll do that. He healed 5.
AC 24 is... You see this haymaker swing coming from a mile away, you dip underneath it. And then the shaman, let's see what he's wearing or carrying.
Now, he charged from the second move. So I'm going to just make a straight grapple on him. Because that's a thing I can do.
You can grapple at the end of a charge, right?
At the end of a charge, yeah.
Okay, so the shaman is also punching you. It looks like he's holding a wand in his hand.
Barring this punch in the face, I suppose.
AC 29.
Nope.
Okay.
And he goes diving in and grabs the legs. 42 for the grapple check.
Okay, give me a d6 for the mirror image.
For the 1. Nope.
All right, you pop an image. There are 4 images left and the creature. He looks at you and he gives you a grin, says something in giant. He's making fun of you.
I have no idea. I got something crawling in my belly right now. You're actually not even my biggest concern.
Agony outside, moving at 60, is moving down off the wall into the courtyard full of corpses. Another move brings him into the building, and then I think with 60-foot move, he can get to this stairwell. So let me move him from...
We all know that we're going to be down at whatever the bottom is, and Agony will be making certain that the treasure that's at the bottom of the stairs is neatly ordered and ready for transport.
He's got like labeled. He's like Agony. He's not one of his treasure chests.
Also, you guys want that treasure from your... Hey, could you trade us? You're supposed to trade us.
He's thinking of, how do we get this out of here? Oh, looks like the goblins got away with all of your treasures.
So far, you have not seen any corpses of any of the masters.
Yep.
You don't... you don't know where. So Agony makes it to the bottom of the stairs and looks at all the stuff that is there. Glances at Brennos. Brennos.
Busting ass.
Okay, that giant's out of AOs. This one's out of AOs.
Okay, we're going to whack him in the face region. I haven't had a chance to switch our judgments, so I'm out of wounds to heal, but I'm still fast healing. AC 35.
Yeah, that's a strike.
54 damage, and I'm very scary.
Right.
46 on the intimidate.
So it was 29. So you beat it by 15.
So 4 rounds, and then a will save. Does he have a Tetsubo in one of his hands?
Yep.
Okay, so then it will be versus Panic for 1 round.
No, wait. He doesn't have a Tetsuba in his hand. It's on his back. He has a boulder in his hand.
Okay, so then it will be Frightened for D4 rounds. Is what
It
he's
matters
saving
what
against?
he's got in his hands.
I choose. So I don't need him to drop something and run away. I want him to be just scared, so he's scared for longer.
Okay.
So I get at my choice. I could choose between Panic for 1 round or Frightened for D4 rounds.
Okay.
So he's frightened for 4 round. Fair enough.
Yeah, he sees these killers just absolutely trounce 2 of his clanmates, and yeah, he wants to run back for some reason. Stone Giant Raiders. Okay, so the guy who's out of breath is no longer frightened. No, he is frightened. He is frightened.
I beg to differ.
So he's gonna step. He's out of reach now.
Yeah.
And then moves at half speed because of the vines away from Cog, and his breath is ticking down. He's still grabbing his throat and trying to run. He's trying to move away.
Yeah, so his AOs and everything are ticking down his breath, right?
No, it's his actions.
The
Not his
raider
reactions.
that is frightened can step, and is he threatened by Brennos?
No.
Nope.
Okay, he is threatened by Amadeus, but he's not concentrating on Amadeus, so then he starts.
He's not threatened by
No.
Amadeus.
Oh, okay.
We don't have long arms up this fight.
So
We have to get
he
those.
moves and moves, and basically I'm going to put him kind of on the next
Backwards on the
map.
map?
Yeah. The next map is the Stairs to Forge.
What's going to be annoying is when we start getting boulders from one map to the other map. Asshole.
So there's the Stairs to Forge. So he basically moved from the edge of the map to here, and he's going to try to make his way down these stairs that are on the outside of the complex.
Those are. Is that hard wall or is that like don't fall down?
Don't fall down.
Okay.
Also squeeze, but out in the open with no
Yeah,
railing.
it's like the dangerous kind of squeeze.
Yeah, yep. Okay, Stone Giant Shaman.
Hey, buddy.
Let's go back to the Great Hall. Okay, there's an Amadeus and a Brennos. I think we're gonna step back and cast a fear spell. He steps back and there's this billowing cloud that surges forth.
He's very emotive with his spell casting. He's very semantic oriented, which I think is actually in Stone Giant lore somewhere. Like
Is this enchantment charm?
Let me just see who it.
I think.
Yeah, it hits both Brennos and Amadeus. This is a necromancy, emotion, fear, mind affecting effect. And the DC of this
It's fears plus.
is 20.
Let me check something.
25.
Either way, it's don't roll a 1. So 24.
I am hero. I am dwarf.
Both of you succeed, but you're still shaken for a round.
When do I get my medal? When do I get my medal? I think I get it next round. Next level, sorry. Or stalwart. I get stalwart next level.
It is a nice power.
It's a good power.
Ooh,
Okay,
which one's
that
that?
was the shaman. Cog.
It
It's cool. Cog's going to come up to this guy. Actually, he's gonna come up to this guy from here.
Okay, no AOO as he's
Yeah,
Trying to run
I'm
away.
going to strike this bastard down, hopefully. Okay, there we go.
Yep, you kind of run over using the stone tail of the Hydra. You kind of use that as a
Second
swing.
one's a possible crit.
Use it as a swing, and you're kind of like hanging on and kicking him.
26 damage on the first hit.
26 damage causes him to fall unconscious.
Oh, then I do my crit.
With your second kick, killing him.
Cool.
And
It's a flurry, anyways. All right,
death
and then there's
death trumps all the other conditions.
this one over here.
Yep, the stone giant shaman.
I don't have to get that close and get that close. And then I can flurry again.
He'll take
This
his
is-
he'll take his AOO if you run in like that.
Oh, right.
be cocky. Just a shaman.
AC 30
Uh,
for the punch.
There's a miss. 20 plus this. 1d20 plus this. Wow. All right. And then I'm going to do a 20 plus
Both of your attacks miss.
6.
You end up in a slap fight with the shaman.
I'm going to spend a key point on his ass.
Okay.
For what?
This is another attack, and I miss.
Doesn't stack with haste.
Oh, it doesn't.
No.
Take your key point back.
Right.
Amadeus.
Amadeus is going to.
Did he miss within 5?
He missed within 5 on the 25. Yes, so he.
Because when the Peel of Mirror Images up, slap fights are still
Yeah.
effective.
Yep.
So
I ticked off an image.
25. Yeah.
All right, Amadeus is going to try and grab again.
You have flurry?
No,
He's not that kind of monk.
not that kind of monk. 43 for the grapple.
Give me, or I'll roll the d4
Yeah, go ahead.
image.
All right, and I had to step to do that, didn't I?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
And you're at 2 less because of your shaken, but I'll get rid of
Oh,
the
okay, 31.
41. That still would have worked.
41, yeah. Plus 31.
Hobgoblin troop. There might be hobgoblins outside. Like there might be yelling of giants and hobgoblins. Like there's some that may have breached like the far side of the temple. Agony looks at all the treasure. Looks at all the fighting. I think he needs to get up where Brennos is. So 60.
See, if these were middle-aged heroes, there'd be a couple of in there somewhere. That's all I'm saying. It'd be funny.
You don't need to get soggy. You can still be hard. You can be tough. It's just harder to do.
Oh, goddamn son of a bitch. Oh, my back
Okay.
hurts.
Agony is readying a spell combat for when Brennos is 5 feet closer.
I could suspect what it is. Yeah.
Brennos, your turn.
Well, we're gonna get ourselves closer. So
All
yeah,
right,
we're...
so Agony's spell combat is triggered, which means that he casts a haste spell and then attacks at a -2.
Nope.
So his haste 9 rounds.
Oh, that hits me as well.
That hits all
Yeah.
4 of
That-
you.
that's-
Refresh me as well, sir.
let me tick off the haste. And
So
then
Brennos is basically moving in to provide a fight.
Oh yeah, thanks,
Yep.
buddy. Thanks you.
It
Thanks,
was
you.
when you moved at least 5 feet that triggered the AOO. So Agony's attack.
Yeah, Agony's attacks first. I just dropped my token.
Yep. Plus 15, minus 2, plus 1 for the haste. Potentially hits. An image. I still think that worked. All right, so then Brennos goes diving in. There's an AOO, I guess.
Sure, he had
he's
an
got
arrow on
combat
me.
reflexes.
Or he,
Okay.
he
So he does not.
Okay. I will spend an action to switch my judgment for justice and destruction. And then I'm going to whack him 2 times.
Yes, whatever gods that are represented by the jangle of fetishes he's wearing around
They
his
are
neck.
fell and will be cloven in 2 or 3. Cloven in thrice, or whatever the way to say 3 is with the twain. Twice.
Wait,
That's not what I
wait.
mean.
we get it. Just hit him.
AC 40. And AC 26.
AC 26 misses, but gets rid of the last image.
And AC 40 whacked him 1.
Yep.
Goody. All right, so
The stone giant, for the first time in this raid, is taking damage.
52 damage.
Okay, he does not like the axe that is now in his knee.
I am spooky scary, but I'm also scared of him. So 40 is my intimidate check.
All right. This giant.
Sorry, AC 27. I'm assuming doesn't hit. I forgot the plus 1 from his.
No, I missed by 2.
Okay.
This giant has more hit dice than the others, so I wish they just included this. Your fear AC is what?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is there? Do they? I must be
It's
looking
like-
at these stat blocks that don't have their hit dice included. Okay, so let's look at a normal stone giant.
What level of a witch is he?
So 12, 19. The DC is 29. He's bigger than you. That's 33 plus his wisdom of 3. So
36.
36.
So I just barely beat him.
Okay.
1 round. He still gets to make a will save. He's got a wand and he's got a wand in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna give him just frightened. He doesn't need to drop the wand. I'm not scared of a wand.
Okay, 29 on his will save.
Well then, you know what? He could just sit there and not be scared, and we'll just beat him here. By not be scared, I mean he's shaken. He's still shaken for a round.
38 months. Time keeps on ticking. Also, wow.
Into the future.
I'm not going to dissect who are the cool cats and who are the kittens. But thanks, man. We will argue about it after stream.
I'm a kitten.
Yeah, no, kittens don't move 600 pounds. That's all right. What was I? Oh, he's frightened. Okay.
He's just shaken.
Just shaken? Okay.
He's just shaken. Yeah. He made a save. He's real savey.
Yep. That was Brennos after Agony is ready to action. Hobgoblin warlocks. That guy knows something's up. The raider, I think, is still running. You can see he's trying to get down squeezing down the slender stairs. Yeah. Let me run off to that map for a second. I got 2 map tools going, so 15, and then he hobbles at half move to carefully move down. He's still frightened, isn't he?
He was frightened for, I think it was 3 rounds?
4.
4 rounds.
Okay, he's going to make an acrobatics check because he's moving down at speed because of his fear.
It's funny.
The acrobatics of the giant, they've got bonus of +8 stealth in rocky terrain. Stone giant ninjas
Yup.
in the mountains. What the hell? They have +17. Okay, that's how they got in here.
That's how they snuck in. They just posed as statues.
They look
Okay.
like,
-2, and their dex is 2. So they've got +0, DC 15.
there we go.
Fails by 9. Which I think he falls down to this next ledge, taking 19 damage if he doesn't make a climb check to catch himself. He doesn't, so he ends up going "Roar!" and falls down on the rocks here, taking 19 damage. In his panic to get away from the source of his fear, which is Brennos. The very, very angry dwarf with the axe.
No, that was the crit from Cog. It was a condition.
Nope.
No, never mind.
That's
Yep.
the guy who couldn't breathe.
Yeah. That's the guy I hit with the thing. Yeah. No, he's frightened.
The shaman's turn. The shaken shaman, who does not want to be here anymore. So yeah, if we want to go to, I guess everyone couldn't see the stairs.
The moment you realized you fucked up.
So this was the guy trying to run down these slender stairs. Fell down. It's about a 40-foot drop to this next level. So he is... Brennos knows what this looks like from a side view. This is this area, kind of 180 degrees, and the giant fell down and is now tumbling down this hillside.
If Brennos wasn't raging, he'd be talking about how, he's done that before.
Alright, back to the Great Hall.
Little wizards think it's funny to put grease on the stairs.
Shaman. Steps, is he still threatened by Brennos?
Yep.
Yes. Steps, he's still threatened.
Still threatened by Cog.
Cog, I think I'm fine with Cog. Cog hasn't hit me yet, so and then I move expeditiously at 70 feet down the hallway.
Yeah, he's gonna.
So AOO.
Ears open, buddy. Yeah.
Slap them cheeks.
30.
Hey,
Hits by 1.
Hit him.
He'll make
Reflex save.
Yeah, against the half movement. Oh no. Oh no. My worst save, he fails. 15.
Wait. Hold on.
You're not going for.
I don't think it's a fail. Give me a sec. It's not very high. It's not cast. It's just a.
it's your stunning fist, right? Or is it your vine
No. This isn't. I didn't stun him.
This is Vine Strike. He gets entangled.
This is Vine Strike.
So it's your int based. It's 10 plus 1 plus your int, I think. Vine strike's first.
The creature. Yeah. Entangle effects.
This is
Reflex save.
hurting my soul.
No, I thought it was a standard 15.
12 plus your int. What's your int?
Come on, Cog, where are you, buddy?
Can you write
3.
this? Can you write this
15.
down? So this. Okay, 15. So he
It's
makes the
15,
save.
yeah.
All right. So he gets
15.
away.
All right.
It's 5 feet to the edge. 15 until he runs over the edge, and I'll put him on the stairs to the forge.
I'm delivering your damage though. 19. Oh my god.
Okay. 81, and then he's expeditiously moving, so 70. He's already moved 15.
Step, move. Does he have more
He's
move?
got one move.
Yeah.
He should be set up right for the drop kick. Here comes a drop kick.
Yeah, he's a little bit far from the drop kick, but
Oh.
yeah.
We'll just need to drop kick it better then.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep this. You guys can look at the other map if you want, but I'm gonna keep this one open because you're gonna start to appear on that map. Cog.
I have fly up and I have a slow fall of a lot, so I get to him.
Yeah, you can fly right up to him. So it's 20 feet to the edge of the map for you, and then I'm gonna make you disappear.
So this is the stairs to Forge.
That was 20, and another 40. So you.
I'll just okay. If he's that close, I'll just run it. Or I can fly. It's one move. It's one move to get to him. Right. Okay, now let's pummel his ass. Above.
There's not enough room.
Ah.
Look at the drawing. It's very, very.
He's running. He flat.
Like a Star
27's a miss.
Wars
33's a hit.
Yep.
And then 20 plus 11, 26 is another miss. And 20. Nope. Okay. He needs another reflex
Okay,
save.
he's flailing around blocking your blows, but you do damage to his knuckles.
Reflex save, please.
15, he makes it.
Damn
right
you! 21 damage.
Actually, with the shaken, he fails this one. He would have failed the last one, but I'm fine with this. So he fails. He is, he's
That doesn't affect his AC, right?
Shaken. No, it doesn't. It's just the saves went down with shaken.
Mm-hmm. How much damage? 21?
21. Yeah, I miss.
When did you hit him?
The entangle dropped his AC a little bit.
I hit him on the
second
attack.
Okay, 29 dropped to 27, and you still missed him a bunch. Okay.
26 misses.
All right. Finally, the vines grow all over him. Amadeus. Are you moving forward?
Like 25 for Amadeus to make it onto the other.
Oh, hold on. If he failed his vine strike the first time, then I would have hit him again because the first one was a 27. So I have another hit.
Fine. I screwed up the first time, so I will give you your hit.
20. It's embarrassing. I'm missing a lot. 22. I'm gonna stop lunging. This is bullshit.
AOO.
Yeah,
he doesn't reduce your chance to hit.
He will take his AOO.
Oh, yeah. Which one is it? Let's see what I'm gonna drop. I'll drop my
AC 21 as he swipes. He's panicking.
Defensive.
That's a hit. 38 on the grapple.
His CMD right now is 31.
39, actually. Okay. I got you. We're grappling, buddy. Don't go anywhere. Brennos wants to say hi.
Yeah, who's Brennos is what he says in Broken Imperial.
Oh, and just for fun, he can take a con damage and damage.
Struggling as the violent.
Yeah, you're allowed to drink this one.
Alien tongue is dipping into his flesh. What was it? 1 wisdom and 1.
1 wisdom, 1 con.
Wisdom and con is just a.
Not good for shamans, I don't think.
Okay, that was Amadeus. Hobgoblin troop. So I'm going to expose more of the map now that you guys are running along the edges of it. There are the platforms that lead down the stairs. And you know that at the bottom of the stairs, you kind of deke across the valley towards the entrance to the forge, Brennos. And there are things that were amassed outside the forge that are now running back when they hear all sorts of fighting. They thought they left the fighting behind, and one of the things that is marching over is a hobgoblin troop.
They're walking up their artillery. They have stone giant artillery in the back that are not supposed to be being attacked because they're the artillery.
Yep. So this round, the hobgoblin troop has basically are starting to file up the stairs, and no one's within 100 feet of their volley. So they're waving their swords and bows, and they're
Fireball, buddy.
forward.
Be right there.
Get is the name of stone giant eldritch throwers.
Bullshit.
So one of them is there and one of them is there. This guy that's a little bit further back can probably see into here. So there's a nice target from Amadeus.
Okay. I'm going to use an immediate action to use my... Oh, I gotta make a grapple check first.
So basically, this giant has two boulders in his hand. He smacks them both together. One of the boulders starts glowing with blue runes, and the other one almost like catches fire. And he's going to throw the fiery one at you.
Okay, well, he made his grapple check, so he's gonna use the shaman's head as a shield.
Yeah!
Or try to anyway.
So you broke his CMD, so you're using him as a shield. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's giving me cover now.
The stone giant thrower with the magical rock hits AC 36.
That does not hit me. Does it hit the shaman?
AC 36 would hit the shaman.
Then the shaman takes the damage.
All right. 1d8 plus 12 plus 2 plus 1d6 fire. Shaman just took 20 damage from a giant boulder. Now, stone giants have a thing called rock catching. No, they don't. Improved rock catching. Give me a second.
I think it's like a reflex save versus the attack roll.
Oh my God. A stone giant gains a +4 racial bonus to its reflex save when attempting to catch a thrown rock with rock catching.
And what's the action for rock catching?
Yeah. Rock catching. Once per round, when a creature would normally be hit by a rock, he can make a reflex save to catch it as a free action. And it's based off of how small, medium, or large one.
And
sounds like he can't.
Now,
because he's grappling, one of his hands is not free, and he's holding onto a wand that he doesn't want to drop in his other hand. So he face tanks the fiery rock.
Okay.
For 20 damage.
He made a decision.
Yeah, he made a decision. Well,
fuck! Bang!
Well, he couldn't drop his wand as an immediate action. It's not his turn.
On his turn, he couldn't do that.
Yeah. Okay, that's the first rock from the rune thrower. The second rock...
He aims a little more carefully?
I think they've... This one turns to the other one and says something in giant. The other one's like... and kind of activates two rocks of his own. I think this giant is going to ready an action for when you're not noogieing the shaman.
My boss. I just hit my boss in the face with a rock.
Yeah, exactly. They stopped doing that. They've got a bunch of readied actions.
Okay.
Agony. A hasted agony is in the hall. Moving to here is 35. He can definitely move with a single move up to threaten the stone giant shaman. We're killing him, right?
I guess so.
Okay, 35, 45. All right, Agony is going to use a spell combat. He's going to cast a Bull Strength at the same time as swinging his Raven's Beak.
Okay.
Because Agony hit is a problem that Agony has.
Whack.
All right, Bull Strength, and now he'll power attack. Haste. Critical threat. AC 27 because he's grappled is a critical hit.
Bad day to be a shaman.
Standard damage. I will accept that. That's 3d10 plus
Beaucoup de pain.
Beaucoup de pain. Bull strength is 21, so that's 63. He does 73 points of damage to the shaman.
Ugh.
Good one.
215. I actually have to check. When you start adding hit dice to giants, and they've got awesome cons, it's
scales
just...
Yeah, it's a big diff.
Yep. So, 19. He's still alive, but needs to make a fortitude save or die. He has a plus 14 to his fortitude save, minus 2 for being shaken.
Scared.
He makes his save. So Agony double moved and then spell striked. He's got his haste attack left,
Give him a whack.
which is plus 11.
What was his spell that he cast?
Bull strength.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Good one.
He misses. 29 drops to 27. Vine strikes drops to 25, and I forgot to include the minus 2, so yeah, he misses. All right. Agony gives the shaman a whack. The shaman is starting to lose strength and consciousness, Amadeus. You've got him on the ropes. Brennos, let's go back for a moment, because Brennos, are you raging right now?
I was actually about to stop raging because I need to cast more spells pretty
Okay.
soon. So
Brennos,
I'm ending my rage this round.
beside one of the sentinels of Morden, and between that and the big rock pillar, you breathe out and slump a little bit as you're fatigued, and immediately you recognize a dwarf that looks like he was bashed into the side of the wall by a club, but is still breathing. It's Khalad, your mate from when you were children. You grew up in the same neighborhood together.
Oh. By the many beards.
His beard is full of blood. It looks like the face injury, it like kind of bled along his own beard. And
Well, we're hasted.
Okay.
or they got the shaman. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna cure light wounds on him, see if we can get him up.
okay, I'm gonna roll a d8 to see how hurt he was before
How
he
ouchie.
stabilized. He was at -5.
Okay, so he's definitely awake now. 9.
Okay. His face is a little puffy.
By the one below, how the fuck, what happened here?
Brennos,
Aye.
you're a sight for sore eyes, and I mean it literally. My eyes hurt.
Bears. The fuck happened?
Giants, hobgoblins. Wait, the master was taken into the forge. Zeus is down there. Is he still alive?
Don't know. Still going that way.
Yeah. He just sort of waves like, I'll be okay.
Did they have any leaders?
Yeah, you'll know in his fancy armor. There's one flying around here somewhere.
There's a flying one with fancy armor.
He actually squints.
There's the flying one now.
He's the one that they're...
Oh, never mind, we got him.
Oh, with the fancy armor, he's the leader.
That's the leader.
No, he's a fighter.
Oh, the leader is a fighter.
Alright, so that's probably enough talking for
Yeah.
one round.
I will calculate for my fatigue, and I'll put it on the list. I should be fatigued for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, there must be a
4 rounds.
spellcaster amongst the troop that is coming up the stairwells, because it maybe gave a war blessing to the hobgoblin troop. We're going to call this guy War Chief Og. Drinks a potion and drifts forward.
War Chief OG.
I guess there's no 5-foot steps, but he's like down there drinking potions.
We'll be with you in a second.
He's got a many runed Tetsubo in his hands.
He has our mini rune Tetsubo in his hand.
our many ruined Tetsubo.
Stone Giant Raider. So the one that fell is kind of sliding a little bit. He ends up stopping. He stands from prone. He's on the rocks. He's looking up. How many rounds is he frightened? 3?
4, 3 more, yeah.
So yeah, he's climbing down along the rocks, trying to get away. Stone Giant Shaman. Does he have any hope? Is there any hope left?
Amadeus is the creature that destroys hope.
How do you not have a wounding amulet yet?
I just don't. I might get it on my hand wraps.
I think it's
Okay.
the one that does 2d6 to them and 1d6 to you. You know the one I'm talking about?
Oh, vicious.
Vicious. Yeah.
Can you cast from a wand and grapple?
Spell completion. Or spell trigger. I think so if it's in your hand. Let's look it up though.
That's worthwhile
Because it doesn't that hasn't come
Yeah,
up.
because he's trying to point the wand at Amadeus.
I think you can. It's standard action, doesn't provoke KOs. It has to be in your hand. And you have to point in a general direction. A wand may be used while grappling.
There you
Also
go.
while swallowed whole. It explicitly
So,
says under the
you can use it. You can use it.
Alright, he uses his wand of something necromantic and bad, pointing at Amadeus. He still needs to do a touch attack against Amadeus, though. So
This is a big +1 for wands.
Yep.
Stop touching me! That's what I'm going to call my wand.
Alright. He applies his dex instead of his strength to this, so a necromantic blackish purple beam comes out of the wand, shoots
No.
towards Amadeus.
If it's a ranged attack roll, that provokes an AOO.
Yep.
You can get headbutted for making a ranged attack.
This is true.
So yeah, AC 17.
It doesn't hit. I
Okay.
will take my A.
Well, I think there's 3 AOOs if you
Yeah,
make a ranged attack.
Agony's first in line for the AOO.
The spanking.
He's got his Keen Raven's Beak. He's power attacking and with bull strength, so +15, +16 with
He was trying to take
haste.
your levels away.
Yep.
AC 23, so he's at 29, 27, so that's a miss.
Thank him.
Then
27. He's grappled.
No, he's
29,
27
27 because of the entangle, 20,
Oh.
Oh, 25 with the grapple.
25 with the grapple. So yeah, Agony missed. Next in line for the Cog is just a split second quicker than Amadeus.
Good.
Cog, hello.
And you're probably muted.
Ahmed.
It's eating something, I think.
Yeah.
You're making no sound that we can hear. But
Still can't hear you, dude. There you
Everything
go.
was muted. There we go. All right. What's up?
you're hello.
He's eating his bowl of chili or something with spice because his nose is running.
Still. Is he?
I had a chicken
No.
salad.
Is there a +2 from anything?
Or no.
There's-
Spicy chips crinkled over something else.
Yeah, plus one from haste.
This guy is going to survive. Well.
And then Amadeus, do you threaten a guy while you're grappling?
I threaten while I'm grappling. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, your last AOO,
Just gonna knee him in the solar plexus.
AC
There we go.
33.
you hit him.
17.
He was gonna get away with it, and I was being
23 damage.
Okay, you 23, 38 with the 1 con damage. I gotta check to see if this con was even or odd. His con is odd because that's how they make monsters. So he's got 2 hit points left after you knee him.
Okay. Son of a bitch.
So does AC 17 hit your touch AC?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so the black beam harmlessly hits the
Now,
floor.
does he have precise shot?
No,
Does AC 17 hit his touch AC?
you can't hit yourself with touch spells.
If you're
He's
using
being
it in
grappled.
melee,
No, you can't hit yourself that way.
And it's one of those dramatic. I turn it back on him and it goes off.
You're trying to do that, but it went off and hit the ceiling.
Quit hitting yourself.
And he doesn't enervate you
enervate himself. Yep.
or himself.
That wand is awesome.
Unfortunately, that was 2 actions, and I guess his last action he could use to try to break the grapple.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Roll a 20.
Tries to get out. 1d20 plus 22, and I think there's a -2 for shaken, and the entangle does not
It's a
affect
dex
this.
penalty.
Yeah. 33 on the CMB.
Nope.
Okay, he struggles. I submit, is what he says to you in broken.
Yeah.
No oblate.
That was
whatever.
wrong.
No
group,
oblate
so
el
they-
gigante.
Cog.
All right, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you guys are killing all the people that were left behind to guard the back door while the rest of them were fighting something down there or doing something or looting. You're attacking the looters.
We're coming in and clean sweeping.
Okay, let's flurry this prick.
Okay, AC 25 in his current predicament. Miss. Hit.
Reflex save. Oh, wait, has he taken an action to remove the vines?
No,
Then he's okay. He's still affected by it.
he's got other
Not
concerns.
to get
Just hit him. Just hit him and put him down.
He wants to be perfectly.
Make him
He
stop.
wants to be perfectly clean when
wow.
he dies.
17 damage.
Okay, that.
Plus 5d6. Ooh,
you just have to get more than 2.
doesn't matter. 19. So 30.
Right? Be dead.
36. Okay, yeah, you kind of straight kick him right in the brow of his head, and you hear a crack. Blood starts pouring out of his nose and eyes, and he is dead.
I'll go for the right one. You guys take the left one, and we'll meet in the middle.
At this point in time, there's a bunch of AOs that go off as the guys with the rocks ready to be thrown are throwing.
Ready to actions, right?
Yeah, ready to actions. Cool. So 2 rocks. We're going to target Amadeus because that guy looks mean.
But I killed their boss.
They got to watch it. And they know.
Shut up.
Maybe the guy holding his face so you could punch it is the problem.
This first one was readying an iterative attack. So AC 25 with a
Nope.
the rock bursts and